Okay. Hi, everybody. So,
Hello.
yeah. So, first question is, uh, what's the goal of Starfleet?
The goal of Starfleet is for us is to discover startups who are building blockchain applications, and at some point we may decide to invest in them.
Okay, that's a crisp one. So, next, I think this is the one of the important questions. What is the application and selection process?
There is application window when the startups submit their applications. Then we have 1 or 2 weeks to review them. We may schedule additional call with some of them if we need more information. And after that, the team decides which one to invite to participate in the program.
Okay.
So everybody will receive an email if they're invited or not at the end.
Okay. So, the third question is, what are the benefits for startups in the program?
So basically, the startups they get free workshops and lectures from industry experts, and also they receive help in order to define the foundation of their project in order to continue on. So they can speed up the development, and also they might find a useful connection and potential partners among the other startups that are participating, among the alumni of the program from previous editions, and also from partners of A Ventures around the world.
Got it. Cool. So, the next question is, what are the benefits for AE Ventures?
The benefits for A Ventures are we get to know the startups much better when we see them in person, we interact with them. So then for us, it's easier to decide later on if we want to offer an investment or if we don't. So otherwise, in the other alternative is just to rely on applications and then extensive due diligence process and so on and so on. But here we are together with the startups, and we get to know each other personally, which is much better for us and for them as well also.
Yeah. Okay. So, the next question is, what type of startups are eligible to participate, and do they need to be registered?
They don't need to be registered. When we say startups, we mean a founding team. So people who decided to work together towards a common goal. So they don't need to be registered, but they need to be a complete founding team. What we mean is that for each specific business, there's some crucial areas that should be covered, and the founders should be able to cover these areas. They should have the experience, the knowledge, the know-how about this. So of course they will need a lot more people to develop the project, but the founders should be able to cover the key areas for their specific business. In each business, these areas are different. So sometimes we may reject a project that we think that the founding team is not appropriate for the idea and the business they want to develop. Usually I'll try to give two simple examples. For example, people who are, let's say, business people, they want to do something that requires very deep knowledge in technical things like machine learning, I don't know, whatever complex algorithms and cryptography, but they don't have any developer in the team, any technical guy, so they don't have a clue. And this is not very good fit. Or another case is when you have only technical guys, but they want to do a business that is um, very marketing heavy, let's say, business that requires more marketing, business development in order to develop the business, and not so deep technical skills. And then in this case, again, we have very capable people, but the business needs are a bit different. So there must be a fit between the type of the founders and what is crucial for the business they want to build. Another thing is that they should have very well defined a problem that they want to solve. Because sometimes we see people, they want to build something, but they didn't define exactly what is the problem, why this solution should exist, and who is going to use it. So this should be clear from the outset. These are like the basic things that are required for a startup to be eligible. So we have a complete founding team. We have defined problem they are solving, and what solution they propose, and what who are the target customer.
Okay, got it. So the next question is, what are the core expectations from the startups on the business front?
The core expectations, because we as a venture company, we are like the program is designed specifically for iterative blockchain. So the main thing here are about the main goal for A Ventures in the Starfleet program is to find startups who will create applications that will utilize the iterative blockchain as much as possible. So this is like the main motivation, and making profit is secondary in this case, because usually when you go to VC, making money can be with higher priority. In our case, is more about to create showcases and good applications for utilizing the blockchain, and demonstrating to the rest of the world what can be done with this technology. So to inspire more people to decide to build on it. And it's like the main motivation for the program. And so our expectations toward the startups are in this direction. More usage of the blockchain. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. So the next question is, how much equity does AA Ventures take for the funding?
It is between 5 and 12, 15%. It depends in any case how far the startup develop their products, their business, and etc. etc. So it is negotiable during the process.
Okay. So the next question is, can a startup apply for funding and not take part in the accelerator?
Yeah, every startup can apply for funding. It just outside of the Starfleet is a program. It's just a regular thing. So they can apply, yes.
Okay. So the next question is, does a startup have to build their product on iterative blockchain to participate in this accelerator?
They maybe they already started on another blockchain, and it's okay. But at the end of the program, they should build on iterative blockchain because the program Starfleet is designed for iterative blockchain, and this is a requirement at the end of the program to have product on iterative.
Okay. Next question is it okay if the startup already have built their project on other protocol? Will there
Yes,
be
yes.
support to move the
We have
project to Eternity blockchain?
we have many cases when a startup already built on Ethereum or other blockchains, and they join the program, then they port what they already created, and yes, they can continue building on Eternity.
Good.
So we
Uh,
already
so
have such cases. It's okay.
mhm. The next question is what kind of support the startups get from the program?
So the program consists of 1 week of extensive workshops and lectures. So they receive a lot of knowledge and direct connection with industry experts, so they can develop uh, as quickly as possible. So what they get is knowledge, advice, and consultancy from experienced people. Also, they create a lot of materials that they will need in the next stages of their development. After that, in the second phase of the program, the ones who continue in the second phase, because there is a selection between first and second phase. So some of them will continue in the second phase, which is the mentoring period. So they get mentoring as well for 4 weeks. Additionally, um, we may connect them with other companies or potential investors or whatever they need, if we find that useful. So I think they receive quite a lot, and all of this is obviously free for them, so it's kind of a
Isn't it?
no-brainer.
Yeah. Okay. So the next question is, will the AE team help us with tech building aspects?
Sorry, can you repeat the question?
Okay. So will the AE team help us with the tech building aspects?
Just a second.
Yeah. So basically the question is, will AE team during the accelerator program or during the boot camp, will the team help the startups with the technical aspects as well?
Yeah. During the program, we provide some workshops about the technical side, how to work with the iterative blockchain, introduction to the whole ecosystem, who is who, in order for the people and especially for developers to know who are the people behind the different projects that create the whole iterative platform. So when they need any help, or if they have some issues that they want to report in GitHub, they know which are the repos, who are the people behind them, how to reach them easily, and so on and so on. And so during the program, we help them in with advice and answering questions. But at the end of the day, it's up to them to build their thing, right?
Yeah. Uh, so the next question is, will you teach us to code in Sofia language?
Yes, there will be a workshop during the first week with workshops. There will be a day when we focus on the language, on the tools that are used in order to create applications. So uh, like a quick introduction will be provided.
Okay.
There
So
will
then,
be almost a whole day just for the technical stuff.
okay. So the next question is, what is the guidance we get from the Eternity team post the demo day?
So a quick review of the stages of the program. There is we call it Genesis week. This is the week with extensive program of workshops and lectures. At the end of the week, there is a selection. So we select some of the startups to continue for additional 4 weeks of mentoring. And at the end of the 4 weeks, there is a demo day. And on this demo day, they have the opportunity to present what they have developed in front of investors and partners. When I say investors, I mean not only A Ventures, but we also invite friends and colleagues from the industry who can also co-invest in the startups. We cannot promise that they will get an offer, but we give them a stage. So it's up to them how they're going to use the opportunity to present themselves. And this is the end of the program. So after the demo day, the program is officially over. So we don't provide any additional workshops or mentoring after that. After that, we may decide to propose an investment offer to some of them. And according to the negotiations, if we reach an agreement to invest, then we invest, and then we continue to work with the startups that we invested in. But we cannot afford more than what we already offered, which is in the value of tens of thousands of dollars. Like more than it costs more than $50,000 per startup to provide such kind of knowledge and workshops and mentoring and everything. And I think it's pretty much enough for the whole program. And after that, we cannot continue with all the startups, even though we may like a lot of them.
Okay. So the last question is, can enterprise solutions be built on the Eternity blockchain?
Yes, of course. Anybody who wants to build something that is for enterprises can use the Eternity blockchain. You don't need permission to do that. Of course, there are cases when it makes sense. There are cases that it doesn't. So it's a technical decision that is case by case, but it can be used, of course. It's open and permissionless blockchain, open source, so everybody can use it.
Okay. So yeah, so we covered 15 questions here, I think, and we got answer for most of them, and very satisfactory as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so that's the wrap. Thank you, Valentin, for
Thank
joining.
you.
Thank you.
And if you have more questions, our team will be happy to answer.
Yes, please do comment in the box, so we'll respond to that.
Okay, thank you. Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye bye.